We begin with a major development in the Louvre jewellery theft. In the past few hours, French authorities announced they have arrested 2 suspects in connection with the heist. Thieves broke into the Paris museum shortly after it opened last Sunday. They used a freight lift to access the floor housing France's crown jewels. They included treasures from the Napoleon era with an estimated value of €88 million. Let's bring in DW Correspondent Anchal Vohra, who is keeping a close eye on this developing story. Anchal, what more do we know about all of this so far?
Well, we have a confirmation from the Paris prosecutor being reported that indeed suspects have been taken into custody. There is so far no clarity whether these suspects are in possession of these jewels or not. However, one of these suspects was apparently trying to fly out of the country, just one. Also, the number of suspects taken into custody so far being reported is 2, whereas initial reporting suggests that 4 people, the total number of thieves, is in fact 4. Several security lapses have come to light, including French authorities admitting that there was a blind spot that the thieves made use of in one of the areas where the theft was carried out. There was no security camera. This has alarmed French authorities and really begs the question if there should be more security around cultural institutions in France. This is not the only theft that's taken place in recent months. There was one last month at the History Museum, and a Chinese woman was taken into custody. There was one less than 24 hours after this theft in the Louvre, in a museum in eastern France. So a lot of these questions are now popping up, sort of, demanding that French authority takes a look at the security of these institutions.
Now, Anchal, there's been a lot of talk about, of course, where the jewels are. Are we ever going to see the jewels again? You touched on it there, but is there any more information about where these jewels are, or whether the police have any idea of whether they'll be getting them back?
Well, that's an important question. The authorities have not yet said whether the suspects they've arrested are in possession of these jewels or not. That might be the case, that might not be the case. That information is not yet available. And I must emphasize that these are suspects. These are still being described as suspects, may or may not be the actual thieves. Having said that, the French authorities has reportedly moved the unstolen jewels from the museum to a safe place, to a bank, we have learned, and also that the total number of items that the thieves took were 8 items, including some jewels that belonged to Napoleon's wife.
All right, great to get that update from you, Anchal, and great to have someone keeping a very close eye on this developing story. And of course, we'll be bringing everybody the latest as we get it. Thank you, DW correspondent Anchal Vohra.